We're gonna call the meeting to order at 5:30. New board appointment.
The third board member is Jason Kelsey, but he is unable to work here tonight because he has to work. So hopefully we'll be able to move meeting dates around to where he can attend all of them. That's the goal. And then we'll get there. Hopefully.
Approval of all minutes for May and June.
I make a motion we approve the minutes.
Second. Final reports for May and June.
And I make a motion subject to audit that we approve the. And I make a motion to accept the APB.
File docket.
It's all the checks and the receipts and stuff. That's just what I call
Allowance docket and payroll.
I make a motion to accept pay.
Second. Terry, you have anything?
it. That one thing that you guys signed. The Miss Swindley, I made a boo-boo. Someone's check slid down in the safe. So they issued another one and I didn't realize it until I already put penalties. So it was just for the penalties I was for. So I took penalties off because I knew I had it, but it had slid down inside the safe. I'm like, okay, so she just issued me a new check. So it's just the penalties of the $9.59 is all this for. That's all I have.
And WTCO.
The next thing we've got coming up is Community Day on September 20th. Probably ask for just the Main Street to be closed in the end. There will be a parade. Probably going to have a band
Which band did you just start?
called Crowd Therapy.
Okay.
The lady I've been communicating with from Lados.
Okay. All right.
I need some therapy.
It's my new.
Okay.
We'll see. What was this?
Jared's doing food.
The human are gonna serve lunch, and I've talked to the lady at Jawbone, and I think they're going to supper.
Melody's really easy to talk.
Yes,
Really
they
good.
did that. He used them for a catering service one time and they were amazing.
They did last year.
They did. They came during 150th. All the vendors. So I was like, just call her. She's next door.
I gotta get with her and get more information.
And say she'll do just
Talk to her dates of it.
good. You said Main Street, right?
Yeah, like from the bank down to the.
Nobody else is here.
Not gonna go.
Business.
that.
Park, I know a little bit about it because cleanup day was postponed due to muddy weather. They didn't want to get anything stuck and anything stick it. Blah, blah. So he's working with Joan on that.
Okay. Addicts.
Alex.
Yeah. Anyways, he's working on that.
The grant for that. I'm waiting for the fall grant for the Irving County Foundation. It opens, I think, in October. That's what I'm waiting for. And that's to do both. One of ours. I will say on the town marshals, the police car I think got some work done, but it was free. It was
Oh, wow.
yeah, well, hold on. I'm trying to think of the word. I'm trying to think of. It was a recall. Sorry. It's been a long week. So I think Hunter took it over and got some, and it got fixed. And I think it was something with the windshield because I think it was the piece on the side that broke off that was pulling the windshield down. So I think it was that was getting fixed. It was under recall, so they just fixed it. I don't think department had anything. They didn't tell me had anything.
Okay.
Okay. Any old else?
Yeah, I'll just do it for the town attorney. And he had given me a couple policies that we need to, I guess, take care of because State Board of Account is yelling at me. So during the audit we had back in 2025, there was a couple things that were considered like repeats, when Ashley was here versus when I got here, and of course, I didn't fix it because I was trying to learn a job myself. So basically, it was considered a repeat, so, and then I misunderstood how to fix it, and then anyway, here we are. So we have to I had to have these policies, so Keenan set up these policies. This one is, an internal control policy. It's basically just stating that, state board of accounts, we're just following their rules. Don't really says. Basically adopting their standards.
Okay, I make a motion, we accept the resolution adopting the state board of accounts internal controls.
Second it.
Everyone has signed it.
Okay, and then this one was for the capital asset policy. We had already done the plan portal, last year, because that was something else, and that's just stating everything that the town owns. And this is just a policy that basically follows that plan that was already set in place. Our threshold is 5,000. If it's not 5,000 or more, then it doesn't make this threshold. It's just considered not an asset because it doesn't have the price tag to follow it. It's considered an antique after that.
Well, we really passed this not too long ago, though, right?
So this is just a policy,
Yeah.
but we have the plan for it, the actual plan,
Yeah.
which that's what I thought they needed, but that was not the case. They want the policy too. So here
Okay, can we make a motion, we accept the policy.
we go.
Okay.
Second it.
I think that's really all I have for that.
2027 budget salary ordinance.
Old business first.
Yeah, I'll do
I
that.
thought I said that, sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
old business.
Yeah.
I have, we need to get the town attorney back on the buildings down on the highway.
okay.
They haven't done anything.
I have spoke with Lisa. She stopped and talked to me and said that she is working on getting a building down. The worst building is gonna come down. She's just working with somebody to get it done. I told her, I said, just communicate with us, we'll communicate with you, but it needs to be done.
Okay, still, there's more work, that's not fun. Completely do it.
I just told her, I said, keep us in the loop. I said, that's all we ask, is keep us in the loop. And you're not the only one that's trying to go after for this, but
Well, we need to go after
we just gotta keep
gas station now.
keep us in the loop.
So can you get in touch with him about gas stations, what it can do?
Yeah, I'll shoot an email. I actually called the other day and I missed it. I hated myself for that. So yeah.
Any other old business?
Well, I will state this, everybody would have got it in their mail, the trash is going up to 15. I will just state that, I actually had it in here to do that. And that's offset fuel. So it doesn't change our contract with TNS, it's already in there, but he doesn't charge us for that now because fuel's been so high. We're having to raise it, so. Yes, that's it. And it'll start so it'll be on the August bill. It'll start in August. So you'll get the bill in the end of July. I'm so sorry. You'll get it at the end of July, but then you won't get it, but it'll be for the August bill.
Got you, baby.
I normally put it on vibrate and I guess I forgot. Okay.
And the budget.
I mean, yeah, if you can go that far, if you wanna go to that. There's any new business other than that. I think that's the one.
New business was the trash.
I guess I put it on order, didn't I?
It's okay.
The budget, I have a couple things, the budget, I'm gonna keep pretty much the same, I'll raise, just a few things, so here's a couple here that you guys can look at it, everything, and I'll pass this one around for you guys as well. Everything on these first two pages is everything that is budgeted. Everything that, this is normally like 10 pages long, but everything else is like all on utilities. So everything, this is all budget. So the ones that are highlighted are the ones that are below 50%. But printing and advertising, we don't do a whole lot of that. And then the insurance line item, it's at 19% that we've used, but we're out of insurance. We have no more insurance the rest of the year. It's all been paid. I won't raise that at all. Probably just leave it a little bit where it's at because the township is helping with fire insurance. If their meeting is set, I think for July 23rd, if anything changes, we may have to adjust that. Capital assets is at 23%, but that's due to the fact that we purchased the tractor. That's why that's low. So next year we won't have that there. That will not be. The next page.
What's the general dues?
Oh, that is like, it's all like the memberships that we're attached to. So like
She gets,
I get so many
Letter.
dues that I go to all the classes and stuff, and they're little. They're like one's $100, one's 25. That's why it's so low. But it all gets paid at the beginning of the year, and that's it. So I think it was like,
so there's no raises on here on anything.
So the-
Raising,
I did not raise anything as of right now. The only thing I am going to ask to raise is on NVH on the next page. It's green highlighted. It's at 7%, and that's with fuel and repairs. So I will raise that one a little bit because it's only sitting at $500, and a lot of that is your fuel because fuel is expensive. So I'll raise it probably to 1,000 just to help compensate the fuel. And that was all I was going to raise on that. But I'm trying to not look at this. You can pass it around so you can understand what I was talking. Now the other thing was really the salary ordinance. So I know this is kind of an old ordinance because we don't have. I mean, we do have a town attorney, but he's contracted 1099. You don't have to have him really on here. You just don't pay him a salary. You pay him hourly, and he's contracted 1099. And then your sewer is the same. You don't pay the $50 per test anymore. He's 1099. We don't have a mechanic anymore, and we don't have a town electrician that's actually paid. I mean, they'll stay there, but since we're contracted out for the sewer and the town attorney, I don't see them to need to be there. That's just my opinion, but they're there. If you want to leave them there, I can leave them there. So the one thing I am, I guess, requesting, because last year we didn't do raises at all, anybody across the board. Not necessarily if board members don't want to raise, that's fine, but I'm asking for everybody else to at least have a 3% cost of living raise. Cost of living.
yeah. Okay, I'm going to get back on
Okay.
here. Okay. Town budget right now is so. I'm gonna say, we're so close on trying to meet needs. Yeah. I can't see taking anything out anymore on town. Now, if you want to raise from the utilities,
That's
fine.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
the ones that were only on utilities is.
Yeah.
See, because I know the grounds is all out of utilities.
Yeah.
I mean, 3/4 of mine is out of utilities. Now town marshals, they are budgeted, but
Mhm.
I think, in my opinion, I think they should stay the same.
Like I said, I go for you getting a raise out of the utilities, but that's a tourism.
And that's
Fine.
And it's
Can I ask who all is on the town?
So we pay, so Marvin's the groundskeeper, so he's paid through utilities. And he's 20 an hour. And then we have, of course, we have the two town marshals, the deputy and the town marshal. So Jeremy's paid at 30 and then the deputy's at 20. And that's actually budgeted through taxes, how that's budgeted in there. And of course we have the board members, the attorney, he's hourly, so he's contracted 1099. And it's $235 an hour. It's not cheap. That right. And then there's mine, it's sitting at 40, and then we don't have a maintenance mechanic at all. And then the sanitary sewer, we don't have anybody sitting there. So Donnie Long used to do that out of Ladoga. So he's like halfway retired. So he retired from us, and I think he still works over there. So we actually contract that as well. And that's through, UMAC. We use UMAC for that. It's a company. Actually, it's Troy Ellis. He used to do our sewer decades ago, and he just do his own company. And of course, we don't have a Patricia. So, and actually, this actually has utility work on it, and we don't have utility work either. So that's all we pay. So we only pay specifically out of town. We only pay like myself, the board members, the groundskeeper, and then the town mark. And
Like I said, no board member. I don't want to raise.
I don't want to raise. Yeah, I didn't think you guys wanted.
The same for you, so.
Because I doubt Barbara wants one either. It'll just
No.
mess with the social
You know,
security.
he has said that, so.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I was just curious.
I just want to make sure I answer the question. So that's all I had. I'll fix this and draft it for the next meeting because I know I have it set for the public hearing on the actual budget when it's set. I think I have that set for I think it's the October meeting, whatever that is. I wrote it down. That's what I get for all my papers. I think it's the October. Public hearing is set for October 8th. And then, yep, it's, yeah, and then the adoption is set for the 12th to actually adopt it, budget. We have to have 11 days in between, and it's easier to just go to meeting. And it gives us time in case something changes. So do November 20th, the adopt. That is all I have.
And then annexation, how's that going?
It's kind of paused. Kind of want to figure.
Really, the town attorney said that it wasn't really viable.
I mean, so
Those small
he
towns.
said you can do it. It's just, I think the best way to go about it if we want to move forward is to have not a public meeting, but not it's not a like legitimate public meeting. Like that makes sense. Like I guess not to pronounce it, but so basically just it's not a public meeting inside the process of the annexing process. It's just a meeting you have by yourself. Come to a town board meeting, you advertise it, hey, we're gonna talk about annexation, please come. So it's not like it's something that's actually within the process of annexation. Because when you start the process of doing that, there's actually so many public meetings in between that process we have to do. Whereas the one that he's requesting that you say we do is not within those borders. It's just something we're doing for ourselves to see where people's mindsets are, if they would want to be annexed in or not. So I just haven't advertised it, and if it's something we want to explore, we can move forward to do that meeting. I just didn't push anything out.
What are you trying to annex?
More people into the town, so
Like go out to Gary Moore's and go out that way and go out that way, so.
so like 1,000, you go out to Gary Moore. So Gary Moore's house would be in limits, and then if you go out this side of town, you would catch the Caldwells out here right before the cemetery, because our utility goes that far, so it would catch them, and then going out down State Street this way, you would catch. The goal was to try to get our EMR sewer system or sewer building back into the town limits. So it could pretty much go down to dead end. And then down State Street this direction, you just go out to the point where the 136 and the stop sign is, and just wrap around and catch 136.
Nice.
That was the goal. But I mean that's a kind of stretch, but it's like all right here. So you would gain all those houses out that way, you'd gain like 5 houses out that way, you'd gain 4 this way, maybe 10 or 15 that way, and then you'd gain a few businesses on top of it.
It's just a really expensive.
It
process.
is. So
Really expensive. I don't think the town can afford
I didn't want to get ourselves in the way or in the process of doing that. Because I think didn't you say it was like almost you had to have like what 75% of those people to say yes in order for them to even go forward. Even if so, if he was only 50-50, there's no point in moving forward. So that was the whole point. So the goal was to have the meeting, that meeting outside of those meetings to see where everyone was.
What would it benefit us? I mean,
Taxes. So basically, if they're the taxes that those people currently pay,
would
the
come to.
portion would come to us. That's how I understand it. Am I wrong? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
So a portion would come to us instead of go to county.
back there on that. Then
Scary say, what's the buck?
The budget, there's a
it's
budget.
expensive to do it to start with. Then we have to buy streetlights, we have to buy all the,
Yeah,
we have to keep up all the streets,
Gotcha.
yeah.
all
And you would have
everything.
probably have to add an employee.
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So-
So the
And
other,
like the trees, it's just not
It's-
viable.
it's
for
a
us to
lot.
pay.
it's a lot. So yeah, you'd have to add streetlights to the town, and then on top of that, you need to maintain those roads that you've had. You'd have to add the length of the road every time, and then, of course, in the winter, that's more road you have to plow. So now it's more hours to someone that you're paying to do it. And then there was another, the other downfall was our sewer system. So we just updated our sewer system. And I thought there was a way you could get around it to grandfather those people who have septic tanks in for now, and then as showing progress to add them to the system. But the only downside is that if we did do that, we'd have to add a whole nother sewer system, probably on this side of town or make it bigger. It's a lot, because it's a lot. Because I think if I remember right, 'cause I came in on the end of that conversation when we were finishing the sewer system update. I think Scott said from Midwestern, on the system we currently have, you might be able to add 30 houses to it. And more houses. So that's definitely more than what you'd be adding. And I think if I remember right, if we go out this way to the Caldwells, that's upgrade. So we would have to, oh no, it's a downgrade. It's downgrade. So
Yeah,
a pump would
you
have to pull it.
pumps.
A pump would have to pull it. We'd have to have a pump.
Now, if you saw, if you had empty land and you thought businesses were coming in,
Right.
then it might be a plus. I mean,
Yeah,
you
so-
pull a lot more taxes off of businesses,
Yeah.
but just plain
There's
houses.
no.
Right. There's a lot of
business in
Yeah,
New
No.
York.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
So you would gain the Arthurs inside town limits then. So there would be the tax there. You would gain, I think, New Rock's vet is not in our limits, so you'd gain the vets and Wills. So you would gain those two businesses off of 136. Those would be the only ones. And then, yes, the trailer and the mini mart, I think, is in our limits.
Yeah.
So we already do that. So everything out to the left of that would be the business, but there is a lot of farm ground there, so farmland's a little bit more, but it would give the opportunity if business want to come in here. Odds of business coming to New Ross is slim. So there's a lot of things that stacked against it. So it was a thought that came up and a thought that's slowly being pushed down. Okay, it's a lot. It is a lot. So that was the reason why it's been on the agenda for a few months.
And then, does anybody out there have anything?
Mother is needing. Okay, Annette Elliott was on, this is the living or the live. My brother Robert Jesse and I, this is coming from Aunt Carolyn. I'm sure you remember Aunt Carolyn.
Yeah.
Becky. Okay, this is Aunt Carolyn's will.
Mhm.
And it says, my brother Robert Jesse and I are owners of a remainder interest in the family estate located at 207 Main, New Ross, Indiana, in which our brother Jimmy Jesse has a life estate, meaning that was his home for his life. If he is still residing in the house on said property with Annette Elliott and an event occurs resulting in his death, or which renders him unable to continue to live at the location, my brother Robert and I have agreed that Annette may continue to reside in said house for as long as she wishes to live there, provided she pays utilities, homeowners insurance, and real estate taxes while she resides on the property. Okay, well, we know she's had utility issues. And she has not, Penny and I paid $3,000 to keep the home out of sheriff's sale. And we need the records of the utility bills proving that she has been delinquent, is delinquent, because we know she's not She's not-
She had called me earlier and I said, since Annette's name is on the bill, and Jesse's is as well, I said it would probably be best to come to a meeting to ask, because
Because we
Before
are,
it's
and
technical.
Taylor is on, we're trying to do this as legally as we can because we don't want it to be on hold for anything. We're ready for her to move, we're ready for her to leave, and unfortunately, we're ready to sell it.
Well, if you own it, I don't see why you
Mom.
can't turn it over.
Mom owns it,
Yeah, okay.
because she doesn't have a power of attorney, that's why I made him get out today.
Yeah, she asked me, like, do you have power of attorney? And she said no. So I'm
It
like,
just doesn't, it's just gut wrenching to just watch somebody live off, because she's leaving us with a lot of, she's leaving around that.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the bill currently sits at without looking at it. I can-
And that's fine. We have an appointment with David Peeble next Thursday at 11 a.m. to get, do we have to have the sheriff's or we're not trying to be mean. She took care of Jimmy. We were not gonna do that. We're
Oh,
not
you
trying,
better stay there, yeah. Yeah.
we're not trying to be mean, but come on. And she doesn't even communicate with us anymore. We didn't know she wasn't there until I was thinking, wow, what's going on? And
Mhm.
So there's freezers full of food down there.
yeah,
Wasted.
Oh,
from, and you want to
that's close.
from food banks since,
Yeah.
no, well, we don't know for a fact,
Well,
but there's no air conditioners in the windows. I walk down there at night every once in a while just to see because I can, and there's
I mean, the power is on. I can definitely say that, because I only have one person that doesn't have utility right now, and
no cover house. But it's good as far as things that, like, we were really worried about those, like,
yeah,
that's why we're trying to be nice.
it's on.
So why is that she's, I don't know.
Power is on. Yeah.
I'm,
Well,
it's hearsay, so I guess we're getting some. She has a boyfriend in Wakefield.
Huh?
She has a boyfriend in Wakefield.
mother,
It's hearsay.
So,
It's hearsay.
he's, okay.
Okay, so if I'm okay with giving them
Good.
tax balance, I would give them.
I just know she spends more time there than she does.
So if she will just speak to us, we can say, hey, you got 60 days. Get it out.
How far back do you want the utility bill from?
Jimmy died and, oh my gosh.
Is it been a year?
That's over a year, I think.
Let's go 6 months, because I really don't think she's gonna fight us. Especially if she has somebody to take care of her, because that's all. That's, I mean, because I think things went fairly decent until they lost Jimmy's. Monthly check.
All right, well, before you leave, I'll print.
Oh, well, that's fine, just as long as it's the Thursday,
Yeah.
but you've got conference next week.
I will get it for you before I leave. If not, I will give it to you.
But I mean, like I said, we're not trying to be mean and ugly people. It's just not fair.
And I don't want to my show.
No, there's a lot, yeah, we gotta be taking care of some stuff. So,
So we're gonna stand here.
I just wanted to do everything the legal way and the right way, like I said. So it's not just sitting down there getting grown up and not taken care of because it's on,
What's the address of the house?
207.
Okay, I think that was one of the houses that Marvin said wasn't mowed yet.
And that's how I noticed. I mean, not that we're gonna get anything out of it because of the wonderful people. Yeah. That's about for you guys.
I have enough else to do with it now.
Yes. Late night here,
Okay.
That's all we.
Anybody have anything else?
I wanna, a couple of things.
Sure.
The park. There's only been one swing out there for over a year. I've mentioned it to more than one person, and it's not being taken care
Which thing?
of. The adults.
Okay.
Not the baby swing yet. It needs new posts to hang the swings.
Just the swing there.
No.
I don't know, Marvin took it down last year.
Oh, okay. So
It's
Marvin
Marvin
tried.
to take it down, so took the swing down.
Okay.
And I've asked numerous people to get that put back and it's not happening, so. I didn't have home ec tonight, so I'm just gonna go to town.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. All I need is more
Good luck.
copies.
I know home ec lanes the same day as my board.
Yeah.
His mom always tries to get me to go. And I'm like, no, I gotta board meeting.
We just decided not to have one in July because everyone's busy.
Glad you came.
And then, I wanna compliment everybody on watering the flowers this year. They look nice, they've done a good job.
I helped do it last week. I don't like it.
Just, you know, man, I don't like watering flowers.
I enjoy it.
But I do have a question as to why, since last year when it was the sesquicentennial and everything had to look beautiful, there's no flowers at the town hall. There's no flowers out here, there's no flowers over there, there's no flowers on the gazebo.
That's a really great question.
Yeah.
Very great.
Wow. I don't know
So-
who's responsible, but,
Big
Get
idea.
flowers out there, would you?
and I know that could be nitpicky, but
No, it's understandable. We've got it.
Gotta do it, should I?
you've got all those empty flower pots that grow on that roof. So come on, somebody.
So the flowers on this side, or the pots, let's put it this way, the pots on this side and the pots on the gazebo. I was going to actually get the green foam and put fake ones in it. Come off and pop them in. So they never have to be watered. And you can use it every year. Actually, too. The good Lord doesn't water it. It doesn't get watered. So I have my flowers. So that was my thought, but I think at one time there was talk about putting it, but it just never happened.
Maybe before community day, maybe wait months in them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It'll look nice for community.
yeah.
It will have.
I'll throw those out there. Harmony sells mums, show fire, so buy mums.
So, you know,
For me.
they might not be the smaller ones, I don't know. You know, you can buy the little ones too.
And I did find the artificial one, so you can put them out here on the side.
Okay,
So it's just, it looks nice.
perfect.
And then, talking about our town. Down here, I don't know the street names. Ryan Gray, number one.
Mhm.
Time he trims his shrubs, he lays everything out on the street
Oh, shit.
and his trees. Yeah. They're all laying out their neck.
I think he's allowed to, because his name's.
It's his official,
Yeah,
special.
I think he's allowed fight. If I understand correctly.
Mhm.
And the other character across the street,
Teeth, Jim.
Heath, whatever his name is,
Oh,
there's that huge pile of, there's wood in there. It's cut down a tree or something. And all the bushes and the shredding, it's all laying there on the side of it. Is that his property or is that the town property? It's outside
Is that the one next to where,
where they're building the new house.
yeah, I thought it was their tree.
They don't know whose it is, but it's on his property, that's by his fence,
Mhm,
by the road.
I think that's Arthur's.
mhm.
Is it he lies on
I think it's,
Duville?
I don't know, I'd have to go out there.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because
That's
they cut trees.
He's fence.
Probably because he don't care. Mhm.
Well, I have,
It would be, he's got his.
Cause it's been there since he got hurt.
Yeah.
And nothing ever got done about it.
Well, I didn't know.
I think it's theirs.
Here,
No, it's not Susan's. It's Arthur's or Steve's.
especially that one house in it needs to be. I mean, there's big pieces of wood, somebody got on the road and I actually moved one myself to get it out from the street.
like
We like to have fires.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm not trying to be nitpicky, but
you're talking about like the actual like tree stuff, like
a piece of wood,
oh, just the
like a
wood,
big
okay,
one.
okay.
There's a bunch of junk in there.
Yeah,
I
there is.
noticed it when I was watering.
Yeah, so if you do, go.
I have I have like probably 10 houses I can tell you on top of my hands that I'd like to send
Oh,
over there.
That was, those two, I mean, Ryan just did it, but every time he does it, he lays it out there by the street. I know Danny used to.
I was gonna say Danny was picking it up, so he probably thinks town needs to pick it up.
That's his. not his.
Okay. I'll figure out the one on North Street, the teeth or Arthur, you know.
Oh, they're both dead.
Yeah, they're whichever.
So two vehicles come down through there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I even had to pull the mule over
Yeah.
for a car.
You have, you
Yeah, it's a very narrow road.
got those two piles of
Okay.
trash there.
The next grant we get for roads, we wanna widen that one.
Good luck. That road is, yes, you can widen it, but you have a lot of obstacles in the way. Yeah, just with that.
Yes, number one, steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should have never been done.
No.
It's there now, so. Yeah. Seemed like I was. Oh, for Community Day, we have mentioned to Chase and his wife Abby about having their farmer's market come that day and maybe have it in the big parking lot. And Lisa said we could, but we need insurance waiver from the town or whatever, stating that we have insurance to give the bank.
That would be, that doesn't fall on us.
Yeah, because the covered.
It's a town event.
Oh, for the town event.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was registering like when the farmer's market just comes into town and sees it. Okay,
You
okay.
just have to get us.
I'll get you in there.
Anybody else?
I do want to ask you just a question. And I've looked in our ordinances. Do we have a noise ordinance?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's in with one of the big ones.
11 o'clock, I think.
Well, I've looked at it. It actually doesn't have a time.
But they'll come see it 9:35. Such your music.
Is that
Or singing to her. On a Wednesday.
If they had me singing, you'd be better. That is the school, but it's.
same here?
Last fall or the fall?
Who came inside here?
Police, two trap counters.
Oh,
Really?
Like sheriffs.
Scotland.
Yes.
We didn't even have any sheriff deputies back then.
They were singing, help us get sure. And Scott got turning it down, just, you know, and they said, well, we've had thousands of calls.
Oh, fast.
$1,000 pieces. $1,000. I'm thinking, one time I'm thinking,
Maybe 10.
it's just saying that next our house can be 465 at night and nothing's ever done about it. We sing Hotel California or the town people. Oh my God.
The reason I ask is because I have a generator that is running all night long and all day long. And I guess I'm gonna speak on Brad's behalf because he's the one that messaged me about it. It is all night long and it is all day. So
How is that going with that? I thought we were in the works of getting that
I
taken
mean,
care of.
it's going, but it's also not fast either. So
Well, they got dogs.
they've had dogs,
Now they're real.
but now they're loud and they like echo
They
and
bark.
all the time. And I know it's on sheriff's sale. I do know that just a bit.
Are we talking about Redmond's old place or? Okay, I know the people, hate the way the people in, we used to meet us at the bar every night, 9 o'clock.
But Needham's house.
Meet us, that's the way they love.
Right.
Foxes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that they're bad people, it's just, you know, everybody's different in the way they keep them. And it's their.
They cleaned it up just a little bit already.
They live a little bit. But I guess so I don't necessarily hear their generator unless I'm outside. And I don't think Marvin can hear it either unless he's outside. But Brad, he says he can hear it inside his house because he lives the closest to the generator. So I don't know what to do about it. I told Hunter one night and he took care of it. I've told Jerry about it a couple times and of course they go, they tell him and they turn it back on just in the next hour after they're on. So I don't know what to do about it anymore other than just to look. I don't know what to do. Like I said, we don't have a marshal that sits here all day, every day, 40 hours a week, to take care of it.
So are they the only ones in our town without electricity?
That's
not the issue.
That's really fair.
We're trying to get. Because that's against video.
Yes, but I just had but I just wanted to ask, just to make sure. I wasn't going crazy.
No, you're not one crazy. I just assumed.
No idea. I don't have an answer for that.
Okay, doctor, do you want to just call me in the morning when you do you want
My
me to wait?
computer's on, if you wanna just wait, I'll be like 2 minutes.
Well, if there's nothing else, we will adjourn the meeting at 6:11. Thanks everybody for coming.